I call the Township of Aleppo workshop meeting to order on September 11th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
President Jones.
Present.
Commissioner Darrow.
Present.
Commissioner Richard.
Present.
Commissioner Haluka.
Second. Present.
Solicitor Stone.
Present.
Manager Patterson. Here.
This meeting, as all others, will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube. Do I hear a motion to approve the August 21st legislative meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Old business, subdivision and land development ordinance.
This is the ordinance that's been worked on all year. The public hearing will be at next week's meeting, so it'll be at the beginning of the meeting, at the legislative meeting, and Laura Ludwig of HRG will be here to present the highlights. You've heard some of it already. She's just gonna kind of go over any of the last minute changes that have come up in the last month or so. And so there'll be the public hearing first, and then it will be on the agenda for a potential vote to adopt. And the planning commission did do the final review and did recommend approval of this ordinance.
Any significant new information we should know about?
The only thing that they changed from their first review to the second review is it's gonna be updated with some, a language section that says that certain sections will be updated as new regulations come out. So basically, it's an automatic updating clause for stuff like PennDOT regulations, so that we don't have to re-adopt the ordinance every time PennDOT changes their specs.
It's a good idea. Do we have any comments back from the county on the?
We did get county comments back. I think we got the email from Laura, and they were all, you should look into this, you should look into this, many of them that they had already taken care of.
Any questions? 2023 paving project update.
The paving and tar and chip part of, on the roadways is complete. The paving, with a few little follow-ups. The paving in the ridge is done. There are a couple sections where they need to seal the joints in the road or reseal some of the joints in the road. And then they do have to go back through and backfill all the curbs. So there's dirt missing from behind the curbs. That's a different crew that will come in. It's a landscape crew. We don't yet have a date for when they're going to be here. We know the contract was extended through the end of October, so everything will have to be completed by then anyway, but we have not yet heard back from their landscape crew about when they're gonna come and do that backfilling. The tar and chip in the Weber Road and McCoy Road neighborhoods is complete. They came back and swept the gravel once. Then they came back through, I think it was last Thursday, and did a second sweep of the gravel and got the rest of that off. And the part that's left to do is this township building parking lot, which is going to be completely dug up. There's gonna be new drainage added from the side yard out to the street. So there will be a time when this parking lot is dug up. We would have to park over at the garage for people coming and going, and we'll have signs up when the parking lot's closed for residents. And then, so next week, oh, it's already on there, never mind. We'll skip that. So that's the update on the actual.
You can go there.
Paving. Okay, then there will be a,
Next segue.
a pay request on your agenda next week for approval for the first chunk of payment to the contractors for some of the work that's already complete.
And you think the money being withheld is sufficient to guarantee that they resolve the little issues?
Yes, yes. The engineers write the recommendation letter for releasing it, and there's plenty still being withheld.
Any other questions? Upcoming off-site meetings.
And then next month, the October legislative meeting will be held at Masonic Village in the large assembly room. We did that for several years in a row before COVID, and now we are welcomed back to go over there. So we will be meeting over there for that legislative meeting, and they're gonna run a little blurb in their newsletter to let the people know, let the residents know that we're coming, so they can come prepared with questions. And then in November, the legislative meeting will be held at the fire station. So these will be posted on our door, they will be highlighted in the digest, and it will be on the latest news section of our website also, reminding people.
Commissioner Haluka, do you envision any COVID complications for that meeting?
The one at Masonic would be my only concern, and, I mean, that's looking into the future.
Okay,
And people are starting to get a little concerned, but,
If for some reason it needs to be canceled, we'll
Yeah.
publicize that in the same places and we'll
Right.
just be back here.
any questions about the off-site meetings?
Nope.
2024 minimum municipal obligations for pension plans.
This is the annual amount that is calculated by the actuarial, get that word right, the actuary, or the actuarial firm that manages our pension plans, and it is the minimum obligation that the township is required to put into the two pension plans. We have two pension plans. We have the police pension plan, which does not have any active members. It is for the five retired full-time members of the former police force. And the amount that we need to put in for 2024 is $0 for that one. So that one comes and goes. Some years we've had to put in a little bit, 16,000, but next year we don't have to put any in for that one. And the other pension plan is called the non-uniform, which is the municipal employees that are not traditional uniform ones. And that one is 14,600. So that's the amount that will be in the budget for next year as required to contribute to that plan, but this will be on your agenda next week to approve these amounts.
Any additional questions? Have we had any communications from the residents?
About the pension plans?
Roads, anything?
Yes, I've got an email, I got 2 phone calls, which we could go over, we'll revisit it next week in our communications, I guess. About complaining about deer in people's yards, and then we got one that was about speeding on Red Gate.
Okay. Have we had any communications from any of the residents regarding the road work?
Yes, we had just some standard questions of when are they gonna come and backfill behind the curbs, when are they gonna sweep up the chips from the tar and chip, and I don't know the answer to that one, and the other one is that they've already done that, so.
I got one email that congratulated everyone involved for doing a good job on the roads. Because Youngblood was professional. Any additional new business?
I'll just give an update for the zoning officer and code enforcement update. Where I had another meeting with the potential zoning officer on Friday. And so this week Harlan and I are gonna go over the agreement with the COG just to finally maybe pare it down to meet more of our needs versus like a very large program that we won't be taking advantage of, but we're really close to having you guys to appoint the zoning officer.
Okay. Any other subjects?
Yes.
We're adjourned. Well,
We got this letter from Representative Gatos' office announcing that she's having a bipartisan town hall meeting about the landslides in the area, and she's proposing a bipartisan legislation for landslides. And so there will be a meeting on Wednesday, September 20th, from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Swickley Valley YMCA Activity Center upper parking lot. And they do ask that you RSVP if you are planning to attend that. So I will put this on the latest news page of our website so the residents can see it if they want to contact Representative Gatos and register for the meeting.
good. Any additional comments? Any additional subjects? We're adjourned.